was a whack PG, he always crying. Joined up with the Goonies for what? He still be dying. Popping shit, talking crazy to bloggers, no we be frying. Now you asking URL for a plate, they denying. Getting quiet, URL lost faith when you got 30 by Joe. Then Big Cannon on band, we watched him whip that ass some more. Then URL gave you danger, thinking you was gonna snap, but it turned out you barely good enough for the app. And then you got some nerve to talk like you should be at the top. All these URL battles, ain't none of them drop. Man, you should just stop, like I won't get you back. You bipolar, you should let the other nigga rap.
I be where the killers be, shooting and sliding. Usually how we in the beef, usually violence. If you see these A's, then no chucking and jiving. Men down, men down, men down, men down. Moment of silence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Point Blank Podcast with Rome DMV. Hope you guys like that little intro, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day, episode 15. Salute to everyone that signed up on the Patreon hearing this first. That's where I'll be dropping my podcast a few days before they'll be on YouTube for the public. The link is in the description below to sign up. Okay, Holmzie. Alrighty. You asked for this, literally. You literally asked for this. You wanted bloggers to speak on you. Guess what? You got it. We're going to speak on you. Now, Holmzie, obviously your mental illness is no joke. Mental illness is a very serious thing, and I wouldn't want to send you into a depression from listening to this podcast. As you said here, you suffer from bipolar, anxiety, and depression disorders. So if you're not mentally ready to be told the truth about your career and where it isn't going, you should stop listening right now, because the last thing that I want to hear about is, oh, Holmzie did something because of Rome. He was just speaking too many facts. Like, I don't want to hear that. So if you're weak-hearted, weak-minded, if you're just weak, period, don't listen to this. Well, clearly you are, because you bipolar, anxiety, depression. Like, what is wrong with you? Anyway, you've been warned. Holmzie, you're a failure when it comes to what an up-and-coming battler should do. The epitome of a failure. You have no buzz as of September 16th, 2019. Why is that? Because you're not built to last in the URL, and we know that, and so does the URL. Now, this all started because you went live, literally crying, saying how mad you were at bloggers for not talking about you and your battles, saying how Champion isn't credible because you don't know anyone up there and they don't know nothing, saying that I'm not credible because I do weird stuff, saying that Piper Boy isn't credible because he talked about people's dead relatives as well as Caps, saying Battle Truth is a weirdo in a robe so he can't talk about you, saying Vodafly is a weirdo for going on fake accounts, talking crap about his own platform for months. Pretty much any blogger that's blogging today that can actually talk about something in a way that'll help you, he talked about. Now, any one of these people, according to Holmzie, is not qualified to talk about Holmzie the God and the way he raps. Out of Holmzie's mouth, we are not qualified to give our opinions on how he raps. Our opinions, how we feel about something. Okay, Holmzie. Here's the deal. You're an absolute nobody. Understand that you're an absolute nobody. If a blogger speaks your name, you better be thankful. Okay, me making this video, you better be thankful. Okay, send me a thank you card and all that. You send me something on Father's Day if you want. That's fine. You haven't given us a reason to talk about you, Holmzie, at all, besides this. This is the only thing that you've given us to talk about you for in the last 2 years. And now you got every blogger that could promote you and do something to help you and your failing career. You got all of us mad, every single one of us. Why? Because we aren't talking about you and your trashness. You said you finally had a good battle versus Don Marino. Don Marino, freaking grats. Don't nobody care about that battle. That battle does absolutely nothing for anybody ever. I don't care how fire it is. It doesn't move the pendulum at all. That battle does nothing. Here's a few more reasons why. One, it's a Holmzie the God battle. Anytime there's a Holmzie the God battle off a URL and I don't gotta pay for it, I still don't click it. Why? Because you're boring. You're not awesome to watch. You're not that crazy. You don't ever have moments. You literally are nothing. You're irrelevant. Now, you're on the URL app and you think I'm gonna get the app to watch you and Don Marino fight for the battle of who's the lowest in their group. Is Holmzie the lowest in the Goonies? Is Don Marino the lowest in NWX? That's what y'all was battling for. I could care less about that. Heck to the nah. I ain't watching that. I ain't getting the app for that. I'm not paying $8 for some app battlers, and you're an app battler. That battle does nothing for the culture. It doesn't move the needle. There's plenty of battles and battlers that battled at band just like you did, but make way more noise and get talked about way more with their performances and what they do there. Why? Because they know how to build a fan base through the way that they rap. And you can barely rap okay, forget building a franchise and a fan base around you. You literally can barely rap well. When you got destroyed by Joe, yes, Joe, at the PGs, the white boy that literally works at a computer store, when Joe whooped your butt 3-0, then I was in the building for you and Big Cannon. First battle of the night. You had talked heavy on every platform. Who remembers this? He had talked so heavy on all these platforms. 15 Minutes of Fame, Hip Hop is Real. Everywhere he could try and get an interview at, he said how he was going to kill Big Cannon, all this stuff, how these vets can't hang with the new talent. How? When Cannon's in front of you, you're going to do him greasy. This is what you said. You said how when Cannon's in front of you, you're going to do him greasy. You're going to beat him clearly. He can't hang with you. Then what happened? What happened? You got on that stage and got washed 3-0. Not even a round was debatable. Not even a round was debatable. Just like the Joe battle. I'm sorry, but you got 30'd. Anyone trying to be nice and say, oh yeah, you might have got this first round. No, you didn't. You got 30'd by Joe. That's why Joe had moved on and you stayed right where you were. That's why Joe moved on to Dougie. And who'd you move on to? All right, then. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, like I said, that battle didn't drop. Big Cannon versus Holmzie. Why didn't that battle drop? Well, because URL gave you a shot with that battle. They said, okay, Holmzie. They said, okay, Holmzie. You know what I'm saying? They said, okay, Holmzie, here we go. This is your chance to prove that you can hang with the upper tiers and the better battlers. This is your one chance, this Big Cannon battle. Then you actually tried to rap. You actually tried to do good in the battle, and you got bodied. You got bodied. At least Jackboy choked and jumped in the crowd versus John John. At least he choked and jumped in the crowd. You just sucked. There's a difference. At least when you choke, you want to give someone a second chance. When you just suck, you suck, and you don't want to give them another chance. That battle wasn't for Cannon at all. If it was, the battle would have dropped. And now Cannon has another body somewhere in the vault because of you. Another PG that couldn't do the job. And then you got bodied by Danger Zone. Danger Zone. I have nothing to say to that. When you get bodied by Danger Zone, URL is done with you. Mentally. They might give you another battle, but they're done with you with seriously looking at you. You lose to Danger Zone, it's over. It is literally over. It's just like if you get bodied by Prep. I say this all the time. Prep is another one. If URL gives you Prep, you better not lose or get bodied. Why? Because you will never be taken seriously again. URL will not ever book you seriously ever again. And look who they gave you. Don Marino. A Norbs PG implant that isn't going anywhere fast, just like you. That was Norbs trying to make Don Marino look good. That battle had nothing to do with you. That didn't have anything to do with, oh, P's giving you a chance against, oh, Don Marino's kind of fire, but no, none of that. This is all Norbs. Norbs trying to make Don Marino look good. And what happened after that battle? Oh, I beat Don Marino. Doesn't matter. The battle wasn't for you. Even if you did beat Don, I'm not watching it. You said you beat him. Every battler feels they want. So you said you beat him. I'm sure Don feels like he beat you. But guess what? You said, oh, I beat Don Marino. It doesn't matter. You didn't beat. You got bodied by Cannon, bodied by Danger Zone, and bodied by Joe. Joe. You think URL cares if you beat Don Marino? No, they don't care. It doesn't matter. That battle did nothing for you. That was a battle for Don Marino to body you and move up. That's what that battle was. Now, I know why you did that little live video. You know, I finally figured out the root of it, you know, by watching it and all that. And like, you know, I finally figured it out. And it's my fault. I didn't realize this out of all the bloggers. It's my fault. I did a State of the Goonies address and I forgot that you were even a Goonie, Holmzie. I didn't even mention you. When I ranked the Goonies, I didn't even put you on the list. I didn't even talk about you. Because I literally forgot that you were a Goonie. That's why you went right at me for most of your life. You talked about me more than any other blogger. Why? Because it kills you in your heart that people will always see more that I'm a Goonie than you. People will always see me more as a Goonie than you will ever be. I hope you realize that. Nobody connects you to the Goonies for real. You battle somebody, they probably don't even bring up the fact you in the Goonies. Why? Because you're really not in the Goonies. At this point, the Goonies is Twerk, Jack, Rada, and Drugs. Everybody else is a Goonie addition. You're just an addition that's there. You're not seriously being taken seriously. I'm sorry, you're not. You're not a Goonie. I'm always going to be considered more of a Goonie than you ever will be. And you're in the group. And I'm not in the group. Craziness. So, as you fizzle out, from the URL platform, don't come crying back to the bloggers that you just dissed to talk about you and try and save your career. Like, don't do that. Don't come to us being like, oh, da-da-da, da-da, messed up, da-da-da, shouldn't have said that y'all can't talk about me, da-da-da-da-da-da. All that. You shouldn't have said none of that. You can't. We won't. Like, we're not going to help you out at this point. Like, you completely crapped on all the bloggers. Like, no blogger's ever going to talk about you ever again in a good way. And no blogger that matters. You might get little recaps that would get 5, 6 views. That's fine. But anyone that actually moves the needle, any of those bloggers, you just burned every bridge you could with them. Even Champion. You even said you begged Champion to go up there. What did Jay Black say? Nah, you should just build your own brand without coming up here. That was him saying, I don't want you up here because you're not good enough. You're not a big enough name. He was cool with bringing Ace Amin up. Why? Because Ace Amin's making noise. You're not. There's a difference. There's a reason he brought Ace Amin up there. It's a reason. So please do not come crying back to the bloggers that you just dissed to talk about, oh, please help me, help my career, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I just had a fire battle. Will you talk about it? No, we're not going to. If you think that leagues can be petty, oh, bloggers can go to a whole other level of petty. After this blog, you're literally a ghost to me. I won't talk about you ever again. I won't acknowledge. It's no point. You're not going anywhere. You're not moving the needle. You're not doing anything for the URL. You're not doing anything for my life. Nothing is going to change from you disappearing from battle rap tomorrow. Nothing is going to change. I disappear, something changes. It always changes. When I disappeared the first time, guess what? Everything got quiet. Yeah, people was talking, but there wasn't narratives being created. There wasn't things like this. There wasn't random battlers getting mad at blog. There wasn't this. This is because of Meet the Rome DMV effect. I can put an effect on people. Literally. And you're just the first victim. Bloggers can be so much more pettier. So good job, Holmzie. I hope that you're happy with what you did. Like, honestly, good luck to you from this point out. I really hope that you find happiness in being a no-tier app battler. Because that's all you'll ever be. That is your peak, a no-tier app battler. This is the most that your name has been and ever will be in the media, and it's for something negative. And it's all your fault for coming at the bloggers. You got to understand, we are media. It takes a special kind of person to sit here daily and give our opinions on you battlers that be trash half the time anyway. It takes a talent to entertain people listening. A talent you clearly don't have in your battles, or in your blogs, because your blog didn't even hit with anybody, but the bloggers heard it. So now we got to tell you why you're where you are. If this is so easy, Holmzie, why don't you pick up a camera and upload a video off that McDonald's Wi-Fi you be going live on, okay? Oh, wait, because you can't. You don't have the talent. You don't have the charisma. You don't have the personality. You don't have the swag. You don't have the influence. You don't have the knowledge. You don't got the draw. You don't perform well. You can't entertain a crowd for 3 full rounds. You can't get around versus a decent name. You just a nigga. A nigga that rap and don't do that well. Now, I know it must hurt so much that I'm a bigger name in battle rap than you. And you're the one rapping on the world's most respected league. If someone dropped a Holmzie bar at a main stage event, you think anyone's reacting? Hell no. My name's been getting dropped in big battles on main stages for reactions since Summer Madness 6 over 2 years ago. Shout out to T-Top vs. Av. I did this podcast on you, and now people will go look at what you said in your live, because didn't half the people listening even see it or even hear about it? Why didn't they see or hear about it? Because guess what? Hip Hop Is Real ain't going to upload that. Why? You're not popping. Hip Hop Is Real always uploads people's lives. Not even Norbs uploaded your live. Norbs ain't even upload your live. Craziness. 15 minutes of fame ain't touching that. Why? Because your point is just as irrelevant as your career. Literally. I charge more to battle than you off of URL, Holmzie. How does that make you feel? You couldn't get over 500 from a small league. You don't do numbers and you're not that good. I do numbers every time that I battle. Every single time. You don't. If I had a battle with less than 5K views, I'd shoot myself for being such a bum. Literally. Now, I've already given you way too much time. So long story short, you're ass and not going anywhere in battle rap or the URL. Quit while you're ahead and change your name. It sounds stupid. Yeah, and that's all I got for you, Holmzie. This has been Rome DMV, giving way too much time to a PG that'll never matter. Salute to everyone listening. Rome wasn't built in a day. Peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest from the show. I'll see you on the next episode.